I just want to take a second and go over how to install a well and a pump in your backyard if you're having really bad drainage problems and you don't have a place for the water to go. You can see here that literally the whole neighborhood is draining to this area, and then the area behind you is up higher, the area over here is up higher, the area over there is up higher. So literally when it would rain in their backyard, they would have a fishbowl all throughout the backyard and tons of ponding and sitting water. And it was scary too, because it would get close to the house. And I know that whenever this happens, you're like 99 percentile of worst drainage scenarios. But the positive thing is we have a really good way of fixing this, and we still install the same French drains. But what we'll do is we'll actually put a well and a pump in the low point over here, and that's going to be the thing that drains it out to the back. And we put them down real deep. In Chicago, there is definitely cold weather, so it's important to put them down real deep. We like to put in two if the customer can afford to do that. And the reason we do that is because if one pump ever burns out, you have a backup. Because the last thing we ever want to do is dig one of these systems up. But you can see the yellow part, Charlie will show you, that's the float. That's really important when installing these systems, because the float is going to be the thing that activates the pump, and then that way you don't have to turn it on and off. It'll automatically turn in. But you can see they put fabric around everything. You can see here the pipe then goes out to the back, which will be covered, and you won't see any of this. But then the other really important part that our crews did was they installed French drains everywhere. And we left this area open for you to show you, like, the 3/4 clean gravel is a really important part, because that's what's going to help. It's going to become like a pretty much giant sponge throughout the yard, and that's going to help absorb the water. It's also going to give you stability when walking through the yard, so that'll take away the mushiness. We actually take the catch basins. We use NDS 6-inch collection basins, and we put those on the bottom of the clay so they'll never move. Like years ago, we used to kind of let them float, and we'd had issues with them moving. So we actually put them on the bottom, and then we'll take a 6-inch PVC extender and raise them up. But you can see how, like, they're going nowhere. They're very strong. But it's really important to make sure these are at the low point. And you can see all throughout the yard, the French drain is going to go all throughout here. During construction, we kind of keep them up higher, so then so nothing gets into them. But they'll shave them down. That's what we're actually doing over here. We're shaving them down, and then they'll sit flush. They'll sit flush with the grass, so all the water will flow in. But yeah, I just wanted to take a second and go over everything. The sod is a really important part, because that's going to make it look beautiful at the end, but then it's also going to keep any debris or junk from getting into the system. But yeah, just wanted to take a second and share a wonderful system that it's literally going to give our customer like a backyard, and they're going to be able to have a place to make memories with their family, and they're going to have a usable backyard now, because before it totally was not. And yeah, thank you.